Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10Rats. Welcome back to the Staglands. We are recovering from a little spot of native genocide because we clearly haven't killed enough natives yet. We have beaten the native captain who proved to be quite tough, and we have a couple of doors here. Now there are some symbols on these doors, and I have been mucking about with these levers for a while, or rather for a very short while. Because the first thing I did was just randomly flip this one, this one, this one, this one, and I think it was this one, and then something opened. And I couldn't begin to tell you why. But be that as it may, at least, you know, we've got an opening. Yeah, I can't claim to have figured that out. I just sort of started working on this by flicking levers, and it opened something, but it doesn't really help now, does it? See if we get the other one open as well. Curious if there could be some methodical approach to this. I mean, upper left and this symbol, but upper left doesn't. Oh, upper left does exist. Okay, it exists here, and then the other one is really only here. Well, they're both at the bottom. Oh, right. This one first. And then this one. Ah! What the? Okay. It opened something, but not what I wanted it to open. This is very confusing. Okay. It would be a little easy, would it? If this were how it worked. But, you know. I think this one has a symbol on it that isn't even on the... Yeah, I think one of these isn't even on these levers. So I'm not really sure what this is trying to tell us. Now it opened. I'll not be able to answer you the question why it did that, but I'm content that it did that. Okay, there's a native. With a citrine amulet, a willow limbs potion, a stone. Do we even need another amulet? Not quite, but I think, wasn't the citrine amulet the one that helps against poison? Let's have a look. No? Okay, I may be mistaken. Pretty sure we found an... Oh! A grid of runes etched into the wall, although some seem to be missing. Haha. Well, what the hell? I did not see you there, buddy. Let's have a casual chat. What did you do to get stuck in here? Am I stuck? Yeah. If there was anyone to lock the gate behind me, they're all dead now. I don't believe I am. What are you doing down here? Yeah, I don't believe I am stuck. What are you doing down here? I was commissioned to study and record the native culture, but they didn't take kindly to my questions and meddling. I don't know why they didn't kill me outright, but I've been down here for more than a season, and I do not know what my fate is to be. Ransom? Mayhap, although I doubt anyone with more than an emerald to their name would speak for me. I can't help you out, but I've unlocked the door. Leave as you will. If you're a student of the native culture, could you tell me anything of these markings on the wall? The codes. I do not know what they are used for, but the two top rows are a numeric system, and the bottom are glyphs representing various ideas. I imagine they're used to lock and unlock rooms in these underground passages, but I was swept down here before I could examine their halls. They are a sophisticated race despite their barbaric ways, and clever. A numeric system, so maybe we can infer numbers from how they're arranged. Interesting. Do you know anything of the Wandering Lady? Very little, although I recognize her as the figure in these statues, and I know that the natives are bound to her in some complicated way. When I first arrived, the natives seemed orderly, and there were quiet murmurs of her and her ways, but as of late I've only heard fighting and shouts of anger and discontent. You said they were clever, what do you mean? They have a complex understanding of logic and numerics, unlike me. Unexplored outside these underground halls. Alas, I wish I could tell you more, but I haven't been able to gather the little information imprisoned as I am. Interesting. The door is unlocked if you can muster the courage to escape. Well, if this complements the other one in some way, I'm not quite sure how yet. But I will, of course, because I think we have seen that other symbol in the other hall. Now, I do have some more sophisticated paper for notation now, so we can actually have a bit of a grid. And I will make use of that to notate these rows, just in case we happen upon another one to complement it. Interesting. Okay. There's a lot of space in between, and we're missing a lot of information here, but I know. It's another piece of the puzzle. Now, one thing I've decided is that even though, you know, we are of course right in the money here, and it'll probably be very helpful to comb through this with as much scrutiny as we can muster, I don't necessarily want to spend a gigantic chunk of recording just wandering around these underground caverns, wondering what to do or where to go, or trying to figure out what the natives are trying to tell me or trying to hide from me with their codes and everything. So I think we're gonna take a bit of an intermission at some point in this episode, because I want to see one of the cities that we haven't been to yet. I want to go to either, I think it's called Istakale, or to Fuldea Mare, I think is the other one. I think Istakale is closer. We've already almost been there once, because it's to the west of Orsbridge. Seeing how I finally remembered that I do in fact have a bloody map of this game, and actually also remember to check it. So yeah, I think since I'm sort of interested in this, like I'm sort of trying not to make this a complete drudgery, and not, you know, I mean we've already had, I think, 2 episodes now that are exclusively about this place, and that makes what, like almost an hour and a half. That's a little much. Okay. I think we're plundering their graves. Well, there isn't really much left for us to do, or any dastardly deeds that we haven't performed yet, so might as well Are we full on the other? Yeah, we're full on the other inventory as well. What are we gonna leave behind? We're gonna leave behind some edible hearts, some of these mushrooms. Let's leave the bones here because, you know, what better place? Okay. Do those sapphire chips actually stack though? Because I feel like they might not be worth as much as the others. Doesn't seem to work. I'll just see if there's anything catching our interest when we bone, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Snake, it's a snake. A turquoise amulet. Okay. I like it. Ah. Okay, not really anything we haven't looted yet, I don't think. Oh, there was one more. A white gem. Do we have it? We have it. I like it. Okay. It's probably, out of all the horrible things we've done, this one ranks pretty low. Admittedly, we have produced a fair amount of bone piles, but, you know. Oh, another puzzle. Now what? Okay. Uh-huh. 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 This doesn't really add up, does it? Maybe it does. The symbol that we found on the other one isn't on there. Well... Or is it? No, but the symbol that we found in the other area is on there. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of this and cut that one out because that's gonna take a while. Alright, here we are, back again. I've got my copy. Just not entirely sure what to do with it yet. So, we've got another set of levers. Switch is missing... Sorry, the switch is missing a crank. And has no discernible way of turning it on. So are they all. Does it continue anywhere? Oh. You cannot translate the glyphs on this page, but are intrigued by the sketch of the moon radiating... Ah. So there really is something to the daylight and like nighttime phases. It's day out right now, as far as I know. And we've also had the sun and moon thing in the other building. Let's rest. Let's see if we can actually make camp for once without anyone preventing us, interrupting us, or maybe even attacking us. Yeah, okay. Camping rations. There they are. As you prepare to make camp, it becomes apparent that it might not be prudent to leave yourself vulnerable in this area. After a short deliberation, Seraphim offers to watch the camp. Okay. That seems to have worked. Now, was it in here, I wonder? I think it was in here. It's like one of those two entrances, of course, but which one was it? Yeah, okay. Any spooky, scary skeletons coming out to greet us? Or anything we missed? Not really. So let's have a look whether there are rays of moonlight now visible in this area here. Not really. Okay. Well, maybe that was just a clue for the other one. So let's go back and find out whether we can now open the other gates that we couldn't open last time, even though we seem to have had the proper combinations. Let me just quickly grab the note that I took of the ones that we have already opened. Okay, there's 3 that we haven't opened yet. And hopefully that's going to change. Now, was there actually anything up here? No, there wasn't. Right, okay. Let's go in here. And let's see if we can actually make some progress here. If we can, we'll keep exploring, you know. If I'll just consider heading off and doing something maybe more interesting short term if we hit a wall and it would take like any more puzzling or messing around with that sort of thing. For now, we still have a clue to follow up, so I feel like that's okay. We could, of course, optionally always also jump on the Merchant Guild angle and see if we can do something with that. Alright, let's check. So, according to this symbol here, we need... we need the straight line from corner to corner on top. That would be... come on, this one. And we need that cross or plus sign down here. And then we need this crank. And it doesn't work. Well, let's just quickly check with the room with the board again, if there's some mistake here. There it is. So as you can see, that's what we're supposed to do. And from what I can tell, that's also what we've done. Well, damn it. Let's try some combinations from the other room. What can we actually put at the bottom that would... what about this symbol here? Do we have that? We don't seem to have... We do have a similar one, but not the exact same one, I think. Yeah. Nope. Huh. That is really weird. And it also doesn't really fit the rotation here, because some of the symbols are in places where we can't even really put them. I'll try one more, just to be on the safe side. I'll try one more of the ones we couldn't open. So we're gonna go with, we opened that one, did not open this one. And this one needs the 3 lines in the other direction, angled in the other direction. So this one, and it needs a straight line on top. Come on. Come on. Play along. There we go. This should be it. And no. Okay. Now, for me, this is pretty much it for the moment. I'm gonna come back to this. Like, we've spent enough time here. It's time to do something that maybe advances us a little better. Like, that gives our party something different to do, and that shows us some more areas. I mean, there is... so far, we've, like, trodden a path between here and Corum, and there's so much territory that we haven't really seen yet or explored yet, that it's just, like, almost criminal to ignore it. And we've been all over the shop here, so yeah, really, like, as far as I'm concerned, we've done our due diligence for the moment, and we'll return. Like, I think I'll just keep a save game here, and I'll mess around with the puzzles and to figure something more out. And then once I've got a bit of a better understanding how this is gonna work, I'll return the party here. But since I don't want to record too far ahead of time, I'm under a bit of time pressure if I want to release these daily, so I can't muck about with this for too long. And it's not gonna go anywhere in any case. So yeah, if you have any input on this, definitely let me know. Like, as I said, I'm not recording way ahead here. I'm actually usually only maybe a day ahead of the upload with my recordings. And the only reason I'm doing this is because this is like for me the greatest like back and forth type of let's play situation that you have, where you have a game that has a very limited situation. Jesus Christ, why am I messing this word up? It has very limited information on how to solve the riddles out there. I mean, even if you were to want to Google this, you quite literally couldn't, because it's unfortunately still a fairly small game with just not a lot of walkthroughs, etc. out there. So this is the ideal scenario for just, you know, solving this stuff together, like you know, with you guys in the comments and all of the stuff you can come up with. Yeah, so recording ahead too far would just not really be conducive to that at all, which is why I'm not doing it. And yeah, that has the downside that if I want to put out an episode every day, I will have to sometimes, you know, break off something I'm not making much of progress with, because I just simply don't have the time to sit down for a couple of hours and mess around with the game until I found the solution and then continue recording. But I mean, we've got enough. Whoa. 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 Where are we going here? This is a part of the map we haven't been to yet, is it? Okay. But it's of no particular consequence. Okay. What I meant to say was, we do have so much content in this game that we haven't really explored yet. And we've got the harvesters waiting for us in there anyway, that we seem incapable of beating right now, that it just makes sense to do some more side stuff now, you know. So Istakale should be here. Let's see what ambushes us here. Mist wolves. That sounds unpleasant. I have this sinking feeling that we are yet again going to get our asses kicked. I wonder. Oh, it's like a snowy type area. Interesting. You guys coming? Oh wow, you're barely visible. Holy... how many of you are there? Let's see what damage you can do. Of course, moving the party back like that always leads to all the wrong people being in all the wrong places. Okay, Nico, throw a heal there, throw a heal there. Oh god, wow. Yeah, that doesn't go so well now, does it? Okay, that was pretty clear. I guess that's the game announcing to us that we shouldn't get any ideas about moving in that direction. Well, maybe we can reach the town at least, so we can have a look at it. Maybe there are some merchants there, because we're really slowly running out of merchants that have any damn money. Awkward though. That was a huge pack of them. On the other hand, I mean, we can always also get ambushed by harvesters outside of... What? Oh, it's the lizard fighting the arbiters again. We had that event before and started killing the arbiters, so I think we might not want to do that again. Right. Can we now make it here without getting ganked? I misclicked. Estacale console. Let's see what it's like in here. Maybe they have a bounty board where we can do something, but considering the enemy strength, maybe that's just a bad idea. But hey, they will have merchants, and if all else fails, we can always pop down to Corum and just force our way into the Shippers Guild yard. Since I'm not too confident that I really want to invest an unknown amount of skill points into nobility just on the off chance that this will get us some more dialogue options, that I'm not even sure about this being viable or this even happening. So yeah, maybe we should just go in there and pick a fight. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Okay. I think that's actually, considering the sequence of events, that's probably what we're supposed to do. Since we have the information to go to Corum from Airline's brother, and we only have the information to go to the Shrine of the Wandering Lady from the priest in Corum. So, you know, consequently it's probably out of sequence to go and do the shrine before we do the Shippers Guild. Greetings, come in and warm your hands a moment. The winds seem to be picking up. Did you step in just to get out of the cold, or are you looking to buy some supplies? I'm ready for some supplies. What do you have? Nothing I really want. Which is good. Oh, well, it's not good, but at least you have some money. So have some Clint Eastwood, have some horrible daggers, have some junk, my friend. If there's anything I have aplenty, it's that sentence is gonna end up wrong no matter how I finish it. But in any case, here we have fleeced you again, but our inventory is a little lighter now. So that is nice. And who are you? You're a settler. Well, you're just boring. Right. What's here? Anything? Oh, we also have the counselor that we could try talking to, of course, in Orf's Bridge. Since that's on the way to Corum. I mean, that's all stuff I have put off, but considering we're sort of looking for some alternative thing to do, that might not be the worst idea. Do like that bow though, especially considering the rate of fire is fairly high And the damage is definitely on par with a crossbow. That's a nice thing. Huh. Okay. A dock. Intriguing. Where does it lead? Laborer. What? Why do they have these symbols here? Okay. That's a lighthouse. Why are they using the same symbols as the natives are in this town, in this lighthouse? That's very weird. Okay, now things are getting a little muddled. Did the natives actually have cities and they were just driven out of them? Or did they actually build the towers and the cities were built around them? Huh. I'm interested in this. This is an interesting discovery. And here's another one. Hang on. So... Maybe this is 2 and the other symbol means 1? Okay, this one's locked and the handle is gone. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Now I'm intrigued. Like, what's this? What are the implications of this anyway? Like, as far as I understood it, the alphabet and the numerical system and everything that the non-native races use are either Amethyvian or Viking or whatever these guys are called again. Varukov, yeah. And they're not the same as the natives, so what's going on here? And where's this place? Oh, can we head in there from here, maybe? I missed something? Huh, now I'm really glad I came here, because this is... I mean, of course it's just another piece of the puzzle, but it's also... Oh, okay, we can't enter here, okay. It's another piece of the puzzle, but it's also sort of showing us that there's a lot more going on than we're aware of, which, you know, no surprise there, because we're fairly oblivious all in all. But yeah, I wouldn't have expected this. And this is another one of those symbols. And this as well, I think? No, this is just snow on the tile, huh? This doesn't even have a crank. Oh, nor can you do anything with the door. Well, I anticipate that this will make sense at some point. I if not anticipate, at least hope it will. And I feel like this has nonetheless been a discovery I'm glad I made. It's just like right now, it's that old thing of confusing yourself to the point where suddenly bits of it start making sense. So just as much information as we can have will always be helpful. Like the one thing I'm wondering about is if we just infer from the simple fact that it's numerals and that this is a number over 1 and it has 2 elements to it, and that the other thing is also over Lighthouse and 1 element to it, whether this just indicates that this is 1, like the numeral for 1, and this is the numeral for 2. I'm just gonna record that as a hypothesis, maybe. So bottom left corner is 1, and bottom left and top right is 2. Maybe it'll help somewhere else. You never know. Maybe it'll help figure something else out. It's just there doesn't seem to be any insight to this just there. We just end up on top, yeah. And we can't really interact with anything. Nope. And there's nothing on the ground. Nope. Okay. Well, never mind. We've seen more of the world, and we may have gathered a nugget of information that might help us at some point in the future. Maybe there's another merchant or an inn here somewhere. That would be nice. Are you an inn? You are an inn. Oh there, traveler. You look like you could use a full night's rest. I was just curious if there was any interesting gossip going around town. Ah, you've asked the right man, for I know all the secrets of the townfolk here. Let's see, Teresa the hermit has moved into town. She strangled her new neighbor's chickens and lied when they accused her. Can't say they didn't deserve it though. Pavel has always been a miserly boar. Anything else? More merchants coming through than before. We've been building so much after the council struck an agreement with the leader of Fuldeamare that our town has grown by 4 or 5 times its size in the last year alone. Wasn't Fuldeamare the place where the council actually was ill? Might even build a gate like they have in Lebes to keep out outlaws and monsters. Well, considering that the outlaws were on the other side of the guild, of the gate, that's probably not very helpful. What was the trade agreement? I'm not privy to the details, but some kind of exchange for discounted lumber and sea access to their yards. They have more trees than grains of sand on the shore there and have done well for themselves cutting and selling it. I don't know what we've offered in return, but it must have been valuable, for there seems to be endless shipments of lumber driven down the sea to us. Interesting. Okay, no. Even so, I cannot fathom why anyone would choose to live here. The weather seems miserable. Well, that's offensive, but let's ask anyway. You get used to it after long enough. Your blood thickens and you begin to appreciate the beauty and the stillness. At least that's my take. Others come because you can buy a plot of land for a song. They like the solitude, or mayhap they ran afoul with their former town. We're up and coming though, you'll see. Interesting. Yeah, you mentioned renting a lot. I think I'll pass for now. Wow, I am messing up my words again today. Sorry about that. Not renting a blood, renting a bed, naturally. Not sure how you'd rent a blood. Any more tradesmen? Or women? Interesting that the icy parts of this land are for once not way up north, or rather maybe they are, but they also start in the west already by the shore. Okay, we've seen that, we've come from there, we've seen that, and we've seen that bit, so all that's left is this wedge here. Anything here? Some oxen. And Pavel! You have a name, maybe you're interesting to talk to. Maybe you'll just say, welcome stranger, what ho, and we'll get to leave you alone again, but where'd you go, Pavel? Oh, there you are. Yes, I'm not in the mood for peddlers, go away. I'm not a peddler, though I am a traveling merchant. I merely wish to inquire about the town, I'm new here. Traveling merchant, peddler, spicer, I care not. Trying to slip my money from me with your broken wares. Everyone is so happy about all the new folks moving here and visiting here, building homes with all our new lumber, but it just brings sly wretches like you taking advantage of our new wealth. Let me guess, someone killed your chickens. You seem rather prejudiced. Did someone steal from you or cheat you? Nay, I'm too clever. You won't see me dealing with peddlers. Freakish snake eyes and weird runes on their faces. No morals or loyalty to the land. Leave me. Go rattle your scummy wares at Teresa. She deserves it. Oh yeah, that's you then. I had a hunch. It might be. Maybe we can find Teresa as well. Or Teresa, depending on the chosen pronunciation. Oh, there's the constable. Where there's a constable, there might be a bounty board as well. Not seeing it yet. Let's ask him about bounties. Maybe there are some. Yes, looking for the local law. Would that be you? Ah, you found it. Did you need something? I'm curious as to what kind of crime you see here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Theft and petty crimes. Not much murder. There's a sense of camaraderie in a bleak place like this. More crime these days with more settlers making homes here and more traffic. If you've been on the roads much, you'll see that we keep a tight ship around here. Not much slips through our fingers. Indeed, it seems most orderly. Had a lumber worker delivering goods not too long ago. Thought he'd skim a little profit off the top for himself. Well, I have his ear in my cabinet if you like to see. Don't tolerate that sort of thing around here. See any outlaws in these parts? Once in a while, but they know better than to get close to town, and they tend to stray to Orsbridge and Coram anyway. Warmer weather for sleeping in the woods. I didn't see a bounty board. Was that because there is so little crime? I haven't been here long. The council just asked me to step in less than a year ago. I haven't had a chance to set one up yet, but it'll be here soon. Come back in 6 months and we'll have a proper jail too. You sound most industrious. Excuse me, I must be on my way. So this developer's telling us that we're getting a bounty board in the expansion. Let's hope so, maybe. Okay, are you Teresa in here? You're a shopkeep. Haven't I talked to you before? Have I fleeced you? Yes, you are the shopkeep I fleeced. Okay. So I haven't been in that building then. Can I get in that building at all? No, because it's not an actual building. Well... Right. Pavel. Get down with your bad self. Where's your neighbor? Here maybe? That's a lot of storage space here. This place is huge comparatively. Like really big. And yet there is not much conversation to be had in this frosty town. I'm guessing the other building behind our constable there was the council seat itself. More laborers. Oh, we had it here. More lumber. They're definitely being rather industrious. And this is one of these lumber shipments coming down from the looks of it. Seems they ship it in a way of just dumping it in the water and letting the current take care of it. So... just trying not to miss an NPC. But mostly they seem to be laborers and dock workers here. Yeah, okay. Oh, Teresa, where are you? That's our shop again, isn't it? Yeah, that's our shop, so... let's go this way around, maybe it's something there. Seeing how we are again in exploratory mode. Just quickly step in here and see that we can remove the roof so Teresa isn't hiding in a corner. Kind of a weird definition of neighbors if they're that far apart. Are you here somewhere, woman? There you are! Okay, you're not that far apart. I retract my statement. Stop right there. I laid a trap on the ground. You'll step on it. Oh wait, no, that was yesterday. It already snapped up a chicken for me. Tasty morsel. One of Pavel's, I hope. I love watching that bugbear squirm. You're safe. Come closer. Am I? I feel quite the opposite of safe right now, actually. I appreciate the hospitality. I am new to town and wished to know more of the area. I'm new too. You're barking up the wrong tree. My home is in the woods. I'm just a squatter here, selling my traps to all these newcomers. Do you make your own? Of course I make them, and sell them to all the villagers here. They think I'm a brain-addled witch, but they're happy enough to give me their emeralds to keep the forest terrors at bay. Do you ever travel? Ah, okay. No, thank you. Are you selling? You have 60. Well, full stack and full stack, which, yeah, thanks for that. Seeing how we never really use any of this. Full stack, come on. I'll just throw this out at some point. Okay, well, we'll sell you some precious stones, and then you're also already out of money. Yeah. That's that. Nothing much to do here from the looks of it. But we could pick up Teresa as a companion, or potentially, even if she doesn't want to go along, she is, again, most likely one of the targets for subjugation. Right. So, at least we got a little bit more done in the Hallowed Groves. And we are going to return there. For the next time, I would like to stop by the console in Orfsbridge and maybe back down to Coram and see if we shouldn't follow up on Erline instead of doing the Hallowed Groves first. So I hope you'll join me for this. I thank you much for watching, and I see you next time. Bye for now.